I'm sure people are dying to know if there are any recommended exercises they can do to prepare for heel hooks and avoid injuries in the first place.
So I think like the big things that we see when it comes to heel hook injuries oftentimes is actually a lack of hip mobility. And so the kind of the tighter you are in your hips, the more you're going to be trying to like get your knee out onto the side and placing a little bit more stress through the outside of the knee. So the less flexible your hips are, the more you're going to be making your knee find that movement that you're lacking further up the chain. And so what happens is people will get into these positions, there's a little bit more torque than maybe there needs to be. And then depending on like if their knee's super flexed or if it's a little bit more extended, then it will place a little bit more strain through different structures. And yeah, you're just a little bit more prone to injury in that sense.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the other thing that I tend to see a little bit is some people just have like really mobile shins. And so I don't know if you guys have seen that kind of like somebody's knee is somewhat in line, but then they're toeing out super hard. So their shin is all the way over to the side, but their knee is quite in line. And that can put a lot of strain through meniscus and through your knee, a little bit through this muscle called the popliteus. And yeah, it's another situation where you do see a little bit higher injury risks.
What are some go-to hip mobility exercises that people should be doing or could be doing?
Hip 90-90s are one of my favorite exercises in terms of just opening up. It like mimics a drop knee position that you can get into, but you're doing it sitting on the ground. And so you're alternating side to side, and it can be somewhat of a passive sort of stretch when you're in there. And then you can also do activations where you're focusing on, say if your left hip is down, you can focus on like lifting your right ankle off the ground and then lifting your left leg off the ground and trying to get a little bit more like strength through range as opposed to just strictly focusing on mobility.